Devi.
Yes, we are live. So we are back with the live show. Obviously, we couldn't come for the pre-match show today, before the third today, because some unavoidable
I was unaware.
circumstances. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
unavoidable
not feeling
circumstances.
great. Yeah.
Yes, but we are back, and obviously now the important match is going on in
I'm
Men's
not
T20
feeling
World
well
Cup.
now also. Before
Hmm.
it was physically. Now emotionally, mentally, I'm not in a good space thanks
Yeah.
to our
I
great
think
performance.
all of us can understand why Trishad is saying that, because India women, the reigning ODI world champions, have suffered a 3-0 defeat in the ODI series, a clean sweep by the Aussies, and what a fitting farewell to the captain, the legend, Elisa Healy. What a innings from her. Trishadi was on point from her prediction point of view. She clearly said to me that the way she is batting right now, she might end up scoring 130, 140, and she ended up scoring 158 only. At one stage, we were thinking that maybe she will end up scoring 200 on her last game. But yeah, I think huge total on the board. Tushari 409 against, and we batted like we batted, in every game. Like again, 200 to 20, 224, that range only. In every game, we kind of batted in the same way, and this game also was not a different. Overall, what went wrong, I think everyone, we know everything is going on again and again in the same way in the last three games. So overall Indian performance in this game. After that, we'll celebrate only Elisa Haley today. Let's talk about Indians performance in this game.
India performed in this game.
Yes.
They did. Because I could not see their performance. Sorry, I think I missed. I was seeing a separate match where they were definitely not performing, for
What
sure.
went wrong? What went wrong?
In one word, I will say everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, of course, the fact that you chose to bat, sorry, chose to bowl in a
Yeah.
wicket which clearly was flat. And I've seen a lot of people are blaming just Harmanpreet Kaur for all these decisions. But what do you actually think? That you think that Harmanpreet Kaur went and said, "Look, you guys want to bat first, but I have decided that we will bowl first. So all of us, let us go and bowl first." No, of course not. It's a team decision. You can't blame Harman alone. Um, but from then on, and then the team, I will never understand why Hurleen came back again to the playing 11. And after coming back into the playing 11, that's one disaster. The second disaster
Mm.
is you're sending her at number 5.
Yes.
Uh, okay, sorry, you're sending her at number 5. And what were you anyway trying to achieve? Then you have got Renuka back, you have sent Kranti out. I'm okay with that part.
Mm, mm.
You have brought in Sneh Rana in place of Aman Jodhkar, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
You could have easily played Sneh Rana as well as Aman Jodhkar. I have no idea why would you need to, get in. Very difficult to understand how did Harleen get a place again. And nothing against Harleen, but maybe this is not the format for her. And it's fine. You don't need to keep, including her and making. To be fair, it makes her look bad.
Absolutely.
You know,
And even if Hallin is playing, Hallin is batting at number 5. How can Hallin Dul can bat at number 5? Sorry.
but you can't push Jimmy back.
You
No,
can
she's your
push.
number two. She has to be
Absolutely.
number two.
Then you shouldn't have picked up only Hallin Dul.
That's my point. Okay, so Kafali was extremely frustrating. Yes, in the first game. But if you at all needed someone at 4, 5, whatever, try Shafali then. One match पे क्या decision ले रहे हो भाई? What mistake did Vaishnavi do? Today you brought in this Sneh Rana. I'm not saying that Sneh Rana is the problem. I'm asking how exactly are you? And if you're telling me they're experimenting, fantastic. But experiment may you need a sample size. What is your sample size? One game.
Hmm.
How can your sample size be one game?
And
And the
that too a
bowling,
deficit.
yeah. And the bowling was horrible to another level.
Oh my God. Three bowlers
Just,
considered 80 plus
I'm getting a
runs.
call. Just give me one
Okay.
moment.
Yes, I think what Trishadi said, that the bowling was horrible. Three bowlers. I think it was Kashbi. Dipti Sharma and Infri Charani. Obviously, Infri Charani considered more than 100 runs today. Only the third bowler in the women's ODI history to concede more than 100 run in a ODI game. Only the third bowler in women's ODI history. So a very very bad day for Infri Charani with the ball, and
But I
obviously
don't know in Sri Charani alone. You have to
exactly
understand one simple thing, that what was the team's plan? The team's plan was bring all the fielders up on the
and take
offside
the ball
and
outside of.
bowl three stumps outside off. Not
Yes,
you are giving that much room to the Australian batters.
exactly. Hmm.
Absolutely. Not only Ali Zahili, they gave the same amount
Everyone,
of
everyone.
room to,
Beth Mooney,
yeah, Beth Mooney as well. They gave the
Georgia
same
Wall,
amount of room to Georgia Wall.
Georgia Wall. Yeah, yeah.
It's the batters who got out. We did not take their wicket. We did not. Yes, it was a flat pitch. It was anyway difficult to bowl. There was no help for anyone. But then you come out and bat like it's the toughest pitch to bat on. In ODIs, in all three ODIs, it has seemed like Australia has batted in a different pitch and India has batted in a different pitch.
Hmm. Beth Mooney, what a knock it was. Again, an innings where
Let
she
Mooney,
showed that you don't need power. Consistent, again, unbeaten on 106. 46 runs came off 11 deliveries on boundaries only. 10 fours, 1 6. And rest of the 60 runs, she scored up 73 balls. So only based on the running between the wickets, twos and singles. So that shows,
yeah,
the caliber and the consistency of the batter. I think what superb knock once again, 106 not out. And I think Annabelle Sutherland also scored few runs. Nicola Carey, I think superb cameo, 15 ball cameo, unbeaten 36 down the order. I think she was fantastic also with the bat. That is why Australia surpassed a 400 run mark. But as Tushari mentioned, in the Indian batting, there was nothing. I think Jemima was looking very good until she got out. We were talking at that
the
point,
only batter who
Tushari.
was looking good. Yeah.
Exactly. But again, the same thing happened. She got set and she got out.
Yeah, I had messaged you that I
Yeah.
hope she does not throw her wicket.
Yeah.
But also, you know what? Completely Jemmy's fault, but she was the only batter who even tried to score runs.
Exactly. Mm.
West were playing a different game. They were playing something very, very different.
Mm.
It felt like they were batting first in their heads.
Yes. So nothing went according to the plan. Or now the question is whether there was a plan or not. So by the
Yeah,
way, nothing
I
went.
just opened my mouth to say that. Oh, there was a plan. Didn't seem like one for sure.
Yes. So nothing went right for Team India in all these three games. And now Australia lead 8-4 in the multi-format series. And now only one game left. The one of Test match, the pink ball Test match that is going to have a happen in part from 6 March, if I'm not wrong. From 6 March it is going to begin. So yeah, now all eyes will be on that match. But Tushadi, before moving to other topics and comments, Elisa Haley. What a fitting end. I think very rare you get, a player to end on such a high, on such a after playing such a
Oh,
knock and
I think she's only
a
the
record
second
breaking
player
knock.
in women's ODIs to have scored
Yeah.
100. In her
Yeah,
last
only
match.
second. Yeah, only second dominant. Yes, yes. But what a knock! The way she was batting and the way she paced her innings. I think that was a vintage Elisa Haley, Elisa Haley innings. I think she scored, if I'm not wrong, 50 to 100. She took only 30 balls, and then 100 to 150 in 16 balls. I think she was superb.
Absolutely. I think, look, we always talk about this, and I think in the World Cup also, we have spoken about this, Nyash, is that Ali Zahili is one such player who, if she reaches a 50, she's not going to get out. She's
Yes,
going to
yes.
score 100, and she's not going to stop at 100. It's
Big
going to be
100.
one
Yeah,
25, 26 at
minimum.
least.
Mm.
And then you, of course, did not agree with me. That's why you were going to give me a treat. But from ball one, the way she batted, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the sign. It is not giving me a good feeling. Because I was like, she's going to score close to 140. She
Ah,
bettered me. I have to treat Ali Zahili probably when I meet her next. She went on to become that she
158.
got 158. That's like another level. Then I think you finally understood when she got out. You could finally understand another level. Then you could understand that why she has called time on her
Yeah, the
cricket
tired,
career because
tiredness.
she got extremely tired and she could not, really do anything about it, and she missed a full toss. You can't blame Sneh Rana. I think she was
Yeah,
practicing full tosses for that to get that wicket.
from World Cup only.
Yeah, from World Cup only. पहले से.
Yes, but what a knock to witness on her final ODI. Fantastic end to her fantastic career, and now she will be seen in
Yeah,
action in that upcoming Test match versus India. I think that will be her last assignment for Australia. So
yeah.
let's see what happens there. Okay, before moving to comments, we have to talk about something happened yesterday. West Indies got all out for 49 runs in T20 game. Uh, it was very shocking to see the way they batted
Oh,
and
I
they got
thought they scored 194. What are you talking about? Then I
West Indies
realized,
women,
oh,
guys. West Indies men are batting against India in at Eden Gardens.
they're
They
not
batted,
batting,
now
they're
they're
bowling
bowling.
now.
Yeah, they're now
Yeah.
bowling. Yes, but now West Indies women, guys, they had a horrible outing last day. Got bowled out for 49 in a T20I game, but the rain gods helped them. The match got called off. That is why Sri Lanka couldn't chase it down, and the match didn't happen. But surprising to see, a batting lineup including someone like Haley Matthews and others got bowled out for 49 in a T20 game, not even in a ODI.
Yeah, I think with West Indies, that is always there, right? One day
Unpredictable.
they will score 490, the other day they will be 49 all out. 490 is a little too much, but you
Yeah.
understand what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
One day
Yes.
they will be, absolutely unbeatable. And again, it all boils down to the over dependence on Haley Matthews. The day Haley Matthews doesn't score, suddenly the entire team looks like they don't know how to bat, ball, field, or do anything about it. So I think until and unless that stops, we will see a lot of such performances. Um, well, it it's not even worrying; it's frustrating because then what it eventually does, Snehashish, is it reduces every World Cup to a five team game.
Yes. Yep.
Only the top three, four, or five are in contention. So when you are reaching semifinals, in your head you are the top four, in the top four or top two or whatever. But there are only top five teams. So
Yes.
that can be a misconception. And I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about in general. You have the teams that can compete regular on a regular basis consistently are India, Australia, South Africa, England, to some extent New Zealand.
New Zealand.
That's it, and New Zealand also to some extent.
Yep.
So you ideally have four teams. These people are anyway going to go to the semifinals,
Mm.
and then it is about two good matches.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yep.
I mean, you want more competitive cricket. I think this men's T20 World Cup is what you generate.
Yeah, I know why you are stopped. You can say that. I am not saying. I just saw, but I know that you are going to see it a few seconds later. That is why I didn't say. And I think I told you, Trishadi, Akil Hossain or Forde will get the Abhishek's wicket, and Akil
Yeah.
Hossain did that job.
Okay. Swiftly moving on.
Yes. Okay. By the way, we have to talk about, I think, Pakistan women's. I think they have been brilliant in the South Africa too,
Oh,
especially in the ODI series. The fight they showed up in the first two matches, and
not only
now today,
ODI series, Nehafish, they were
even
brilliant
in
in
the
the
T20,
T20 series
yeah,
as
in
well.
the T20 also. But
And in
but I
South
think
Africa, remember, they have lost
exactly.
both the series 2-1, 2-1.
Yes, 2-1. And now today in the ODI, Pakistan batted first, scored more than 300 runs, and they defeated South Africa by a margin of 100 and plus runs. Oh my God. I didn't expect that. Trishari, what is happening? Pakistan women's cricket are on the rise in the horizon somehow?
Absolutely, they are. I would hope and I would pray that no politics now enters that part.
Yeah.
They have struggled for quite a long time, and now they have finally started, punching above weight. I thought some
Mhm.
very good selections for this tour.
Yes,
I'll get the names wrong, but I think Shamas, who's opening the
yes.
batting.
The opening today
Um,
also he scored around
yes.
90 or something. Mm.
You have Aisha Zafar. She's
Yeah,
brilliant.
the middle order better. Mm.
And Fatima Sana, just give her the player of the
Yeah,
month, man. Just give her the player of the
he has
month.
been
What a
fantastic.
brilliant batter she has become. And she has become someone like Nadine de Clark will be proud of what Fatima Sana is doing
Mm.
every single day, day in and day out. And in fact, probably someone like Nadine de Clark, someone like Kashvi Gautam, someone like Aman Jodh will actually look up to repeating that for their own
Mm.
teams.
Absolutely. I think the way they have the brand of cricket Pakistan have played, I think, frankly speaking, even India might struggle. India might have struggled in South Africa.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
to
absolutely.
play this type of brand of cricket in a
Anything will
consistent
struggle.
manner.
England would have struggled. You would
Anything.
have seen
Yes, sir.
Australia struggle,
Yes, sir.
and they did that in the World Cup also. So it's not like this is one off.
Yes. Because you were chasing 360 plus, you were scoring 340 plus and losing the game. You were batting first, scoring 300 plus and winning that game by a margin of 100 and plus runs. I
Yeah,
think it is now it's become a consistent. I think that consistency, and that is a very good sign for Pakistan women's cricket. I think Fatima Sana, the way she is leading the team, both
yeah.
from the front, both with the bat now consistently, and now with the ball, she has been always the premium bowler for them. With the new ball at any phase of the game. But I think she has been fantastic and very good news for Pakistan women's cricket going forward. That this series will be a huge boost for them. Hopefully, they can continue this momentum going forward. Please do not break that. The series is now, I think, it's in because both the T20 and ODI series
Is
is done and
Pakistan in
dusted.
our group, right? In T20 World
Yes,
Cup.
yes, everyone is our group only, Tishadi. Pakistan, South Africa, Australia, India. Everyone is our group.
India, we are only India. What are you saying, India?
I am telling the whole group. And what is the other team? I
Why
think
did
it's
they exclude England? They could have put England also in this group.
yeah,
South New Zealand also this group.
yes.
Everyone.
सब इस ग्रुप में ही है ठीक है और if I'm not wrong we will begin our World Cup campaign with the Pakistan game only I think so yeah
Right.
yeah
Okay
okay
then.
okay Trishadi take some
Yeah.
comments there yeah
Yeah. Manoj Fulara, big shame. Worst team combination, poor performance from Richa. Richa will be dropped from team in future. Reason no control on weight, no expectations from Deepti and Harman. जब आपको expectation ही नहीं है तो इतना गुस्सा क्यों आ रहा है? But yeah, I mean, see, I don't like using words like shame and all. It's pretty. Um, it's not something that I like using, but I understand what you're saying. It's extremely frustrating. It
yeah
is extremely frustrating. The other thing which is extremely frustrating for me is the running between the wickets and fielding. Oh, Australia's fielding is at least five notches above us.
even the bowlers the way they put their bodies on the line
Yeah. And I think this one day series, Alana King has become one of the better fielders across the globe. It seems the
yes
way
yes
she has been putting her body on the line and saving boundaries right, left, and center is absolutely brilliant.
and she has some unique styles to do so
Yeah. Rupali Bhatia, what a horrible performance, both with bat and ball. It has proved to the world that India lifted the World Cup by chance, lackless effort. You know what the problem is? As I just said, I'm not saying it is by chance. I'm saying what happens is when you have four good sides, everything ends up in those two matches. You played two, forget about two, you played one and a half good matches and you won the World Cup. That does not say that you are a world champion side. On paper, you are, of course. But I think this side still has a lot to improve and cannot point out one single player. Everyone in their own way has been supremely inconsistent.
yep
Sunny Singh, Indian women team hype much, performance zero. मेंस मैच नहीं दिख रहा है क्या तुम लोगों को? मैं ये कमेंट तब देखना चाहती हूँ जब मेन हारते हैं. आ तो गए नाच नाच के तुम लोग, because these people are not regular viewers. They have come
Yeah.
just to say that, you know what, women's cricket is shit, and that is something I'm not going to take. I'm going to take the performance criticism. But ये मिसोजनी मेरे से नहीं चलेगा भाई, क्योंकि मेंस टीम भी काफी हालत टाइट पे है, हाँ। तो वहां वहां करो भाई, जाके बोलो क्रिकेट ना खेले। और अगर मानो कि ये नहीं जीतते हैं T20 वर्ल्ड कप, are you going to say that 2024 World Cup win was by fluke? No, right? Fluke शब्द यूज करना, चोकर शब्द यूज करना बहुत लगता है कि अरे आई नो अ लॉट, मैं कीवर्ड यूज कर रहा हूँ, बट इट्स वेरी स्टूपिड टू बी ऑनेस्ट। होल्डर ईशान, सेम शॉट। MR, more disappointed with batting than bowling? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think today's pitch, specifically today's pitch, was so flat that you
Hmm.
knew the bowler would suffer. I'm not saying 410 should have been the score, but
Yes.
this kind of pitches, 350 should have been the score. That's bare minimum. But my problem is I did not understand the Smriti shot. Let's begin with that. Then Pratika and Jemmy came out and played superbly well. Pratika also was doing well.
Yes. She was
But
finding
something
boundaries
happens.
too.
Yeah, but something happens to Pratika with the in-swing ball. She gets completely blinded. I feel there's a technical adjustment that she
Yes.
needs to do.
That was my next question to you. Is there any technical issue that she is having
Yeah,
with
it seems so. It seems the way she stands and probably the way, in her, what do you
the
call that,
eye line
stance.
and everything? Hmm.
Yes, she is probably getting a little closed and is not able to quickly maneuver her body and play that stroke when there's an in-swinger. So I think
Hmm.
that's a technical issue which she has to take care of, because in England, in South Africa, everywhere the new ball will do a bit, and she has to play top of the order.
Hmm.
Sunny Singh, Healy can destroy entire women 11 team of India. Um, सनी सिंह 15 लोग जाते हैं और डिस्ट्रॉय क्यों करेंगे? मिसाइल थोड़ी है वो, बैटिंग करके हरा सकते, उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं होगा।
ठीक है, प्रेशर में इन इन हिली से ही कैच मिस हो गया था भाई, सेमीफाइनल में कुछ भी हो सकता है किसी से।
अरे प्रेशर में बहुत कुछ होता है, लेकिन
हाँ हाँ।
प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप तो थर्ड ओडीआई में प्रेशर में भी नहीं खेल रहे थे, 410 हो गया था, खुल के खेलो भाई। टीम सुपर 330, हाँ ये रेगुलर व्यूअर है, इनकी बात मैं सुनूंगी। जो हाल 1983 के बाद वेस्ट इंडीज ने सीरीज में किया था, बस वही हुआ।
हाँ ठीक है।
करेक्ट। तो वो भी जैसे फ्लूक नहीं था, ये भी फ्लूक नहीं है, बट आई एम
हाँ
अगेन रिपीटिंग, द कंपटीशन इज लेस एंड इंडिया इज नॉट टू बी ब्लेम्ड। द सेम रीजन न्यूजीलैंड वन द T20 वर्ल्ड कप, बिकॉज कंपटीशन कम है, 4 या 5 ही टीम है। तो इट्स नॉट लाइक इंडिया इज द ओनली टीम हु इज गेटिंग द एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट, एवरी अदर टीम इज गेटिंग द सेम एडवांटेज।
Yep.
The only team which has been super consistent without any World Cup has been South Africa.
Yes. But now they must be thinking a little bit also after this Pakistan series. Because everything is not good. We have to building some momentum.
But they don't have one of their premier players in,
That is true.
you know.
Yeah, that is true. That still I think they can add two or one or two names in the playing 11. They are not there. Sure shot playing 11 players.
I think the biggest positive again in this series would be the fact that new players came up,
Yes.
new players whose name is not Laura Boulevard. So that that would be a huge advantage
Yes,
for South
and they
Africa.
have scored runs because today also I think Andy Direction scored runs. So I think that is very good
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah. Oh yes, Henry Derrickson, another
Yeah.
prophet, of course. Emma, need to find option for Deepthi Pratika at least played shots. I agree. I completely agree. We really need to find option for Deepthi when it comes to, yeah,
Kavita
probably
convert.
bowling also. It's very tough to defend her here.
I
Very
think
poor.
Kavita convert.
My only thing is, see, I think I'm the one who who talks about Tanuja Kanwar more than, of course, her team does. Gigi does not have a lot of faith in her, clearly. But my only thing is her age. I mean, you are not giving me a long term solution if you are bringing in Tanuja Kanwar. And again, Tanuja Kanwar is left arm orthodox. You have left
Yeah,
arm
same
orthodox,
left
two of them
arm.
in the
That is
side.
the problem. And when
I
it
would
comes to
say,
right arm of spin, only you have Shriyanka Patil as of now.
yeah, but in a T20 World Cup year, you cannot bring Shriyanka Patil to a ODI series or a Test
Yes.
match,
Yes.
because then
Yes.
she's also injury prone. That's the bigger problem. That Shriyanka Patil is injury prone, and you want to. She's regular. She should be, at least. If she's not, she
Yes.
should be regular in your T20 playing 11. And if
Yes.
she's regular in your T20 playing 11 in your World Cup year, in 4 months there is the World Cup. You cannot have her in your ODI side. Prarthana. It felt like only Pratika and Jemima knew they were to chase 400 plus target, and other batter all had less than 100 strike rate. Yeah, I mean, rest of the batters were not very clear that we should. I felt there was a in between emotion of, should we, I mean, in between decision, not emotion, of whether we should play all the 50 overs or
Hmm.
should we go after the score. There was a bit of a resignation I felt there, that okay, we can't score 410, then maybe let's bat out
Overs.
all the overs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brunda, even you have six bowlers, all are bowled like nonsense. You need to understand one over, two loose balls. Who I need to understand? No, I can see. I don't even need to understand. They
Team.
need to understand. Uh, okay. MR974 says, can't win in Australia without tall 5 feet 10 bowlers who can bowl at 110 plus minimum because of trajectory. I do not completely buy into this, and I'll tell you why, MR. Because my logic is, even with short bowlers, you still have to bowl proper line and length. The
Hmm.
bounce and all you get from the pitch. You cannot be bowling that short and that wide. You cannot bowl in the fifth, sixth, seventh stump and expect them. It's a joke that Snehashish and I were cracking, that they were bowling so wide of off stump that if they went one more stump outside the off, then probably Zimbabwe will be facing their ball in New Zealand. It was that wide, and you have all the players up in the circle.
Yeah.
So I understand the pace part, but you are saying, but look at Kranti. Kranti has pace.
Hmm.
Ultimately, you have to, whatever pace you are bowling at. Pace is an advantage. I completely agree,
Yeah.
but you have to bowl accurately. There is no other alternative to bowling accurately and at one place. Look at Sutherland. Sutherland is generally a good bowler. I thought today she was all over the place.
Hmm.
Okay, Brunda. When we see Richa scoring 100, yeah, देखो उसका तो मुहूर्त मैं तो मुझे नहीं पता, मैंने तो नहीं निकाला, तो देखते हैं, we'll see. But yes, if you ask me, I thought Richa could have scored a lot of runs today. She had the chance quite a few times in this,
I think in all these three
ODI
matches she
series.
had chances.
Yeah. Sunny Singh, we need strong build women to defeat Australian and European women. They are next level built. And ये बिल्ट का सवाल जो आप कर रहे हो, वो बिल्ट बहुत गलत शब्द है, क्योंकि हम इंडिया में ना बॉडी शेप, बॉडी साइज, बिल्ट लेके बहुत सवाल करते हैं. बात बिल्ट की नहीं है, बात एथलेटिज्म की है, और दोनों में बहुत फर्क है. तो बिल्ट किसी
Agility.
का भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. जॉर्जिया वॉल इज लिटरली फैट, is literally heavily built, but she is fit, she's strong, she is athletic. That's why she can dive quickly, she can get up quickly after diving, she can run twos. There have been so many places where, I was shocked that India is not running three. In
Mm.
fact, that Phoebe Litchfield boundary save where Phoebe, he kind of threw the, like, whacked the ball in. She went out, came in, picked up the ball and threw. We took just one run. I'm not saying that India would have won had they taken 2 runs there, but small things which go on to
Mm.
matter big in the later,
Later stage of the game.
yeah. Team Super 330, we were waiting for the wickets to fall. We were not taking them. Correct. What when you were seeing Aliza Healy go absolute crazy, what were you trying to do? What was the new plan? What
Yeah.
was the bowler? What was the captain? What was the coach? What was anyone doing there? Did you see anything new? Okay, let's get in this fielder or let's get that fielder out. जो fielder हम draw करके आए हैं ड्रेसिंग रूम से वही रहेगा. Nehashish, Rupali Bhatia, if the regular bowler were being hit to all parts of the wicket, they could have tried Pratika Raval or Harleen. I don't think they could have done worse than the regular bowlers the way they bowled today.
Harleen doesn't bowl for the last
Yeah,
1 year,
because
I
of the
think.
injury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
because
she
of the
has
injury.
come back from injury. She doesn't bowl at all because of the injury. I think with Pratika also, we might see her bowling regularly after. I think you have to give some time to her. I think as of now, I think you cannot see her bowling.
Why?
Maybe that injury, maybe the foot injury,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
they are not risking with Pratika. Yeah. Maybe. So I think that might be that might be a reason. That is why we're not seeing that much of Pratika Rawal bowling. But with Harleen, she will not bowl. She is not bowling for last 1 year after the comeback. But I absolutely agree what you were saying, that when you know options, bowling options are considering runs, you might go for other options. But the problem is, as Tushar said, today there was no such intent that we saw from the team, whether it is batting or bowling, and no planning at all. I think there was no planning. Just everything was like, okay, this was the plan, even if it's not working, let's wait, they will make mistake. As someone just said that we are waiting for them to gifting the wickets rather than going to take those wickets. So I think nothing went correctly in this game. We were all over the place.
Emma, can't blame young bowlers, team selection technique. Young bowlers. Young
Kashvi,
bowlers is
Kashvi,
Kashvi,
Charan,
Kashvi Swarni. Young bowlers. Sneh Rana, Deepti,
Renuka.
Renuka.
Bas,
Uh,
khatam. You used only 5 bowlers today.
you used 5 bowlers. Out of these, 3 are experienced.
Mm.
एमा मैंने
And
क्या बोल दिया कि आपको टेक्निक्स अच्छे पता है इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि कुछ भी बोल रहे हो यार यंग बॉलर्स कहाँ पे आ गए how can you say that the team selection this was your team selection that won you the world cup for how will you change and why will you change क्या बोलोगे नहीं नहीं आप वर्ल्ड कप जीत लिया अब आप निकलो टीम से you are not going to say that you're going to retain the same team you have not played the same team you have changed your playing 11 every single match. Anjali, I think Jemmy got out because of the previous maiden over. Your thoughts? No, Jemmy was trying to score at 8-9 runs per over. Jemmy and Pratika, that partnership was the only partnership which felt like they actually wanted to get over the line. I'm
yeah,
not saying others didn't want to, but others were absolutely
those two
unable
showed
to do it.
intent. Those
Yeah,
those two showed
absolutely,
intent.
absolutely. Emma, Richa had toured in 2021 also. She hasn't improved in long form cricket. It depends. The longer Richa gets, the more difficult it is. She gets in the pitch, the more difficult it is for her to score runs. And this has happened over and over again. We have
Yes.
seen this that she cannot play that waiting game. She has to go from ball one. Today, I thought the pitch was such and the bowling was such that she could have gone, um, you know, I think Alana King was bowling at a superb pace, 70, 71, 74. She was mixing up those balls very, very nicely. Okay, the Crick Sir. The claim that ICT makes that we can compete against any team without fear seems false. वो तो देखो मीडिया में थोड़े बहुत स्टेटमेंट्स तो देने ही पड़ेंगे but also at the same time competing is not the bigger problem here. I think competing is not the problem. The problem is
Going over the line.
exactly. And again, I have found this too much experimentation. At
Yeah.
least one series, this is my playing 11. Whether you score 0, whether you score 1, whether you give 100 runs, whether you give 50 runs, we'll have you. This is the playing 11 for the three match series. And it's not like BCCI is not going to arrange for tours when there is a one day World Cup. If they have arranged for so many tours before the T20 World Cup, they will arrange for tours, for one day World Cup as well. You will get enough matches to,
Prepare
chop and
your
change.
communication.
Don't chop and change every match.
Hmm.
Sambhavi Ghimire. Aliza Healy is an absolute legend. She looked settled from ball one, started at 70-80 strike rate, and then accelerated to 100 to 150 in 16 balls. Australia deserved the three ODI wins. How? Nobody is saying that
Yeah.
they did not, because they were
They
better than
played
India
better.
yesterday. Yeah. MR974. Trisha was laughing at me. I was laughing at you. When last time I suggested that under 15, under 19 should be made to play multiple sports by BCCI and state associations, those boundary stops are less of skill and more of athleticism. उसके लिए बाकी sports खेलने की क्या जरूरत है? You know there are
Hmm.
things called drills, Emma, and I have never laughed at anybody unless you have made a stupid comment. So don't give me this. Genuinely telling you. बिकॉज ये बहुत फालतू लगता है कि हम लाइव आते हैं, फिर आप लोग ऐसे बोलने की कोशिश करते हो कि हम हमें कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. इतना डायलॉग मत मार लो, ठीक है. एंड एथलेटिज्म के बारे में आई हैव बीन द फर्स्ट वन टू एडवोकेट दैट, एंड आई डोंट नीड टू प्रूव इट टू यू. That's as simple as that. And as far as athleticism is concerned, as a coach, as a level of coach, I know there are drills which you can have for cricket
Hmm.
athleticism. You don't need people to play 10 sports. Kyunki
Yeah.
there is something called workload management, there is something called injury management. Kashvi, injury prone. Shriyanka, injury prone. Pratika just came back from injury. एक ही स्पोर्ट में
Always.
ये हो रहा है. चार स्पोर्ट खिलाओ इन लोगों को, फिर खेल ही नहीं पाएंगे. The body can't take it. Sports, for different kinds of sports, three different kinds of sports. Athleticism lana hai, work on their agility. There are
Yep.
thousands of drills for agility. विराट कोहली ने कौन सा स्पोर्ट खेल लिया भाई? वो क्रिकेट ही खेलता था. जिसको जब एजिलिटी लाना है वो खेल लेगा. There are drills. The coaching team has to become more, more active that way. They have to get better drills. But also, Snehashish, again, we have to go back to that question that we used to talk about a lot during the World Cup. Do you think that somewhere India still lacks that plan A, B, C?
Yeah, in this
They come
series,
with a plan A, and then B,
yeah,
C, D is nothing.
yeah, in this series, I think everyone felt that thing maybe that India is lacking plan B, C, and even sometimes I think India is lacking plan A also. That also we failed. so, so yeah, I think the question remains till now. But I think we both has discussed off camera most of the time that I think this series seems to be too much experimentation. In every
Yeah.
game you came up with different combination, you came up with different decisions, and didn't you didn't go with the traditional decision that should be taken considering the condition and pitch. You went you I think the team set some targets that okay, this target we want to achieve in this ODI series, so we'll try this and that, and we'll try to achieve this and that, but nothing worked for them, be it from combination wise or be it from the target achieving wise. So I think it's been a horrible series. Nothing positive that much. I think apart from those two knocks from Kashmir Gautam, I think nothing much to take as positive from this ODI series. Hopefully, from the in the upcoming ODI series, we might see a better approach from the ODI team.
True. Uh, okay. सनी सिंह बॉडी पे ही स्ट्रक है, वो बॉडी के आगे नीचे नहीं जा पा रहे, वो आगे पीछे. Indians can defeat Europeans in brain games, but not in physical sports. Their body is next level built. Sunny Singh, there can be fluke wins, but to dominate consistently, physique plays a very important role. तो दीप्ति और ऋचा पूरे टीम के फिजिक का तो डिफाइन नहीं करते हैं ना, तो बाकी टीम में तो बाकी प्लेयर्स तो थे ना जिनका फिजिक बेटर है, तो वो मेंटली क्यों नहीं डिफीट किए, फिजिकली भी क्यों नहीं डिफीट किए. Brunda, Healy just know Deepti don't hit her, just why she came to bowl. Huh? He did not come to bowl because Deepti would not hit her. Healy came to
Oh,
bowl because it was her last ODI. That was the
ah,
first over she bowled.
yes. In her
Nobody
career.
comes to bowl. Yeah, nobody comes to bowl thinking that was their last ODI. Oh, Deepti is there, let me bowl. Yes, you can say this, that had India been close to the
Yeah.
target, he would
Wouldn't
not have
have
risked
won.
that. But
Yes.
don't put it on Deepti. It's okay, you don't like Deepti, it's okay, Deepti did not perform, criticize her. But यार नहीं, कल तो क्लाउडेड था, दीप्ति कुछ की होगी, ये तो मत बोलो यार. हीली का लास्ट ओडीआई है, वो
Correct.
अपने इंटरनेशनल करियर में पहली बार पहला ओवर किया है, और वो भी पहला बॉल स्नेह राणा ने चौका मार दिया था, तो दीप्ति का तो सवाल भी पैदा नहीं हुआ था उसमें. Team Super 30. My issue is with the intent. Why were the bowlers, batters, and fielders so defensive? Where was the hunger and fire with such a big score? They should have at least tried to attack. I thought once, the Pratika Jemmy partnership was broken. After
Yes,
that,
done.
suddenly the game only went to some other this thing.
Yeah.
Nobody was interested in the target. It seemed like we have
Yes.
almost decided, Snehashish, that we are not going to reach the target.
Yes. The intent was nothing was there from in terms of having intent. As Tushali mentioned, after that wicket of Pratika Rawal and Jamie Rodriguez, you can see after that partnership basically there was no such intent that we were going for that target, and it was like okay, let's add how many runs we can possible, let's add those runs, play as many overs as possible and try to get close to the target. But there is no intention that okay, we'll go for the target, or maybe we'll try, we'll break the game into some phases like upcoming 5 overs or upcoming 10 overs. There was no such intent or such, uh, such attitude that we saw from the batters that okay, they are trying to do so. So I think it was very clear from after that partnership that India is completely out of the game, and that is only happened. Eventually, you got bowled
Yeah.
out for 2 runs. What
Yeah.
happened?
Sambhavi Gimire, Smriti was seen by the physios 3 times during the first inning. She came out to bat, yes, but maybe nothing serious. I think उसको lower back में थोड़ा सा कोई तो
और
पेन.
हाथ में भी शायद कुछ था शायद.
वो आई थिंक डाइव करते वक्त उसको कुछ लगा था.
हो गया, हो सकता है.
हाँ. But did not seem very serious. But then again, she did not stay for long, so no idea. I mean, Team Super 330, Australia was raring to go in all departments. Around the 30th over, they were obviously winning, but their fielding, it was tight that they didn't let any boundaries slip away. Exactly. Iman 974, agree with Sunny. The only way is athleticism from age group sports. In India, it is not possible as public space attitude is unsuitable for this, even for men, even on girls. ये last sentence तो मुझे वैसे ही समझ में नहीं आया कि किसका एटीट्यूड क्या हो गया, स्पेस कहाँ पे क्या होगा. Sambhavi Ghimire, Trishadi and Pakistan look so much better team. Yes, I think one of the reasons is the captain leading from the front. The team sees the captain and wants to help her, and the whole team performs. Pakistan are doing great. I hope it continues. You think the Fatima Sana hard work and the Fatima Sana consistency rubbed on the entire team? That's what Sambhavi is saying.
Mhm. Uh, yes, I think when a captain does everything, I must say from up front, from front with the bat, with the ball, I think obviously that inspired the team. But I think the new players that are coming up, I think they have seen Fatima Sana playing for a long time now. I think they have been
Yeah,
inspired. They might have been inspired by her also. So I think that has helped them to groom. as a better player. Maybe I think that is
Hmm.
working for them and obviously for the team also right now. So I think as of now everything is looking good for Pakistan. I think superb series, the fight they shown both in the T20 and ODI series, and obviously this win in the third ODI. I think this will inspire them as a unit. But again, the main thing is that this tour is done and dusted, and the next challenge is to continue this momentum. It is not easy because
Correct.
now there will be a certain gap. So after that certain gap, you will be back in action wherever you play, be it in Pakistan, in UAE, or in any country. It will be a challenging for the whole unit to begin on that note again. But that will be a challenge. If you really want to be successful, that consistency thing you have to nail that thing. Otherwise, you can.
Anjali, the performance is not accepted by world champions. It looks embarrassing. Yes, it does. Team Super 330 hoping Fatima Sana gets backed in the gets picked for the 100. Gets picked for the 100. Yes, I think you know players like Fatima Sana will become better if they get more exposure. So yeah, Brunda Australian just hit in the hands of Indian fielders and running. Indian fielding, arey yaar. Anjali, today only Jemmy looks settled on crease. Brunda Kashvi fielding. Anjali, I think King will be in T20 World Cup squad. She should be. MR974 SAW were disappointing even with weekend squad, but they will excel again in ICC tournaments. The only regret for them would be two World Championship points. Bhavna M. Reddy. More than batting and bowling, field set is more disappointed. Australian players were taking more singles. Yes. Brunda Jemmy batting with Pratika. Pratika running super, but with Smriti, I think Smriti not pushing her to run. Smriti is not pushing Pratika to run. Pratika is not pushing Smriti to run. So ultimately, they are not running. Sambhavi Ghimre, Trisha, the India seems focused on T20I cricket right now, which is good. But in saying that, the performance in ODI is not justified because the team was playing well leading up to the 2025 World Cup. देखो अगर ये है ना that you are only focused in T20I Sambhavi, my only question is then send your India A squad for ODIs. Then why are you sending your proper India squad? You have sent your proper India squad for the ODIs, and then you can't say, oh, we were not serious, that's why we lost. That we can't say, right? That's my only point. uh Sambhavi Ghimire. Now, if the focus is on T20, let's hope India does well and lifts another in England. Sambhavi Ghimire. I also loved hearing Eliza Healy in the field that she was surprised more at Herman in the toss, shaking her hand and saying few words more than the guard of honor. Absolutely loved it. Iman 974 Pratika technique, sideway backlift, VP wrist work across the line. Sambhavi Ghimira also that she wanted to play in the same team as some Indian players like Smriti at the top of the order. She looked so happy today, and I'm glad. I'm an India fan, but absolutely happy for Healy. Look, whether you are an Indian fan or any other team's fan, when there is catch was dropped. So
Mhm.
when there is something like someone like Healy retires, of course it's something to feel a little heavy about, but also proud, I think, to have been able to witness Healy play the way she did. And last game I was saying that Healy is not consistent enough. Today it was her 20th 50 or 900, which
Yeah.
became her 900,
Eight,
and
eight or nine, maybe yeah, 900.
900, yeah,
Yeah,
900.
900.
So that shows that she has not been that consistent. She has been playing for a long time and as an opener. But also, the moment she crosses 100, she's dead. 120,
The
130,
impact.
140.
Really is
Yeah,
all about impact.
yeah. Nirlipta Malik, even Sinalo Jafta impressed with batting other than her wicket keeping skills. Yes, absolutely. The last day we were speaking about this, that Jafta looked a very, very impressive player. And what I liked is, again, shots down the ground. They're
Mm.
superb and confident. I think India is going to win this quite easily.
Yes,
Okay, anyway.
Sanju is batting brilliantly.
Yeah. Anjali, Jemmy scored most of the runs in boundaries. Only she came with intent. Yes. MR974, Pratika technique, too much bottom hand, second match run out. Shot also lobbed in air till mid-on. But too much bottom hand is not getting her into trouble when it comes to in swing. To the
Mm.
fact that her, her stance is a bit of a problem when it comes to in swing. It has to open up a little more so that she can play that incoming ball well. Okay. MR9 from New Zealand won T20 World Cup without beating England or Australia. Yeah, so that's exactly what Snehashish and I are
Yeah.
trying to say, right? That when you have four teams, somebody or the other will get an advantage. Medha, are there any replacements in domestic cricket available for Deepti and Richa? Richa, I think eh, expecting Richa to be replaced is too much. Deepti, yes, eventually the transition will happen once the T20 World Cup happens. Expect Shriyanka to, you know, Shriyanka to probably go ahead and replace her. My only thing is with Shriyanka, because she's injury prone, I'm not 100% sure that you want her to play the longer format because she'll be more effective in the shorter ones.
I think one player that you can see, but she needs to be very, I think, consistent. Mindu Mani. I think she can do the job.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Guys, there are so many comments.
Yes, but I think in 8 minutes we have to stop because
Yeah.
we have to do the post match also.
Nilipta Malik, sorry, no, I think I missed comments. Wait. Okay, Medha, are there any replacement players in domestic cricket available for players like Deepti Richa? See, players are available, even not directly, but I don't think any of them are like directly available. Like from the next series itself, you cannot replace them.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, in another 2 to 3 years, yeah, sure. There is, I think, when it comes to wicket keeping, there is Nandini Kashyap, there's Mamta Mariwala, there's Shipra Giri. These people are really coming up. Um, with off spinners, also, you have got what is that Delhi batter come offie scored 100 the semis, if I'm not wrong, not in the semis, in the quarters.
Oh, in this one day trophy, you are saying. You mentioned that name, but I also forgot.
Yeah,
I think Mindu Mani is an option, as I mentioned,
Minumani,
off
of
spinner.
course, is an option. Of course. Brunda, we lost series because all these matches, first three wickets fall in first 10 overs. Yes. Anjali, what happened to Deepti? Not getting her line length right, and while batting, she's just not getting going. I think in the T20 in the ODI World Cup, it was a different Deepti. After
Hmm.
that, WPL happened, and I feel UP did not use her properly. There, there she lost form, and that's it. Done and
Hmm.
dusted. Sambhavi Ghimire, Trishadi, I think Harman could have tried other bowlers today, if not her. Either she can't bowl because of that injury. Either Pratika or Jemmy. Jemmy's best figure is 4 wickets for 3 runs. Harleen as well thought. Harleen injury. Uh, who else we were talking about? Harman injury. They,
Yeah.
they don't bowl anymore. Pratika maybe has come back from injury. That's why you don't want her to bowl. But Jemmy is a very interesting thought, and I think Jemmy you could have given
When
to
will
Jemmy.
see? We have now seen
Yeah,
Alisahel also bowling, but when will see Jamie bowling?
yeah. Just give me 1 second, huh?
Yeah.
Mm,
So yes. So guys, in 5 minutes we'll wrap this up because both
yeah,
me and Trishati have to do the post match in Bengali, in our Bengali channel, the post match of the
yeah,
India and versus West Indies game also. So yeah.
yeah. MR974 replacements Deepti Tanisha Singh. I was talking about Tanisha Singh the other day. Young to be developed, but an option. Richa Shipragiri. Yeah. But I think Mamta Mariwala and Nandini Kashyap are also options. You cannot think of them just as openers. You have to get somebody down the order also. Because generally it's the openers who score tons of runs and all that.
Yeah.
But in the domestic only, then you have to start preparing them. In the COE, in the, what do you call that, target camps, in all that, you have to get them playing in that particular order that you want. Anjali, why Jemmy and Harleen did not bowl when we have only five bowlers? Abhi baat kar li. Nilipta Malik, Trisha ma'am, should management have included Arundhati in the ODI squad? Because she was effective last
Would
year
have.
in Australia. Absolutely, they should have. Eman 974. Trishaji, you will get the bounce in Australia with short bowlers, but the release point and the volley is what gets stoppages. False shots, high lobs, which one doesn't get because of flatter trajectory? No, Emar. And I can guarantee you that because I was a pacer. Sorry. I was a pacer and I'm not the tallest in the world, So I know that you will not, it has got nothing to do with your height alone. It has also got to do, you cannot reduce a simple sport only to technique. While the technique part is very important, but it is not only technique. Are you telling me no short bowler ever is going to get, be
Bound.
dangerous because they're short? They'll get bound. They will also get, it has got nothing to do with flatter trajectory. You have to bowl in the right places. You cannot be bowling in the eighth stump and having all your fielders up and thinking, oh, somehow they will not score runs. That does not happen.
Yeah.
Let's game on. Harleen was bowling in recent domestic matches. Even Harman had bowled previously. Harman पहले तो bowling करती थी पर नहीं करती अभी मैं क्या I think because of she has a persistent shoulder injury. Then there's a knee injury also. So as a spinner, when you are bowling, you have to use your west, knee. तो वो सब एक बार injured हो जाता है ना. People don't want to risk it. सीमा यादव, आज तो एनश्री चरनी ने तो शतक मार दिया बॉलिंग में. इतनी खराब बॉलिंग, उससे खराब फील्डिंग, क्या ही बोले. टीम में कोई जोश ही नहीं है. क्या ही बोले.
पर जो छक्का मारा आज एनश्री चैनी, मजा आ गया मुझे देख.
हाँ, मजा आ गया. उसने 11 रन वापस दे दिए.
क्या छक्का मारा भाई साहब. फुल क्या आवाज आया बैट का.
बृंदा, अरे यार, Brunda 5020, Renuka, Amanjot, Kranti, all three going to play test cricket. That's why they rested. One match resting. ठीक है, देखते हैं कौन क्या खेलेगा. Rupali Bhatia, what will be the playing 11 for the test match so that at least we can put up a fight? Deepthi has taken her place for granted. Nobody has taken anybody's place for granted. But I think, देखो इतना सब कोशिश कर रहे हैं, शायद क्या दिमाग में रख के कोशिश कर रहे हैं, that's a big, I feel that's a huge question. Maybe we are not sure what was the aim that people had of this ODI series, the team management, because maybe because this was not something with the World Championship points, so they thought let's experiment more here or something of that sort. Iman 974, by laughing I didn't mean to offend you. अरे भाई, laughing I would have offended you was my point. मैं क्यों offend होंगी मेरी हंसी खुशबू रहने से, ये क्या बात हो गई. It was in lighter note. Athleticism for men, Virat Kohli develops differently with age for a girl, especially in country like India. नहीं मेरी माँ, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to develop a cricketer for cricket. क्रिकेट में जो एथलेटिज्म चाहिए कि आप खड़े हो 15-20 ओवर तक आपके पास एक भी बॉल नहीं आया, and then suddenly a ball out of the blue comes at a smashing speed. You have to move and dive and stop the ball. That is something you have to practice for. तुम अलग स्पोर्ट में, आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल से कि अच्छा हॉकी खेलती है इसलिए फीबी लिचफील्ड का स्वीप फीबी लिचफील्ड खेल पाती है. आर यू टेलिंग मी तो हरमन तो हॉकी नहीं खेलती है? जेमी खेलती थी, हरमन तो नहीं खेलती थी. शी प्लेज गुड स्वीप शॉट्स. सो दैट इज नॉट द ओनली फैक्टर. कुड बी वन ऑफ द फैक्टर्स दैट हेल्प्स, बट दैट इज नॉट द ओनली फैक्टर. Bhavna M. Reddy, Trishadi, do you think Sayali and Arundhati would have been better options if they had been in the squad? Arundhati, yes. Sayali, no.
Arundhati, yes.
Anjali, whenever Australia gets a good start, they tried to go to 400 plus, but India was like go to 300 or close to 350. Yeah, I think different ways of looking at it. And also, Australian batting lineup is way deep, right? When Talia Magra has not performed for donkey's years. But it has not mattered to them because somebody else gets up and performs. MR, players like Litchfield haven't become because of drills, but because of natural athleticism. Reverse sweep comes naturally to Jemmy because of hockey. MR, you are correct. आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग, मान लिया चलो, क्योंकि एक चीज मैं बार बार नहीं बोल सकती। एंड यू नो व्हाट, मच लाइक फीबी लिचफील्ड, और मुझे ये बोलने में बहुत इरिटेशन हो रहा है कि मच लाइक फीबी लिचफील्ड हैज नॉट बिकम इन अ डे, आई हैव नॉट ओनली प्लेड द गेम, आई हैव बीन अ कोच, बट तुम टेक्निकली तुम इतना कैसे मुझे समझा रहे हो वो नहीं समझ में आ रहा है। व्हेन आई एम सेइंग समथिंग यू हैव टू ईदर रिस्पेक्ट दैट और देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन सेइंग इट, यू नो, बिकॉज आई हैव प्रैक्टिकली डन इट, आई हैव प्रैक्टिकली सीन पीपल इंप्रूव। किसी के पास है वो तो है, आपके पास,
Hmm.
दैट्स वन एडिशनल एडवांटेज। हाँ, जो है फीबी लिचफील्ड का रिस्ट, इट्स नॉट द एंटायर रिवर्स स्वीप दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ हर यू नो हॉकी, इट्स
Okay.
द रिस्ट दैट हेल्प्स हर इन स्विच इट। सो वो पार्ट इंफॉर्मेशन है आपके पास। बाकी चीजें फिटनेस की जो आई है, इट्स अ होल कल्चर चेंज इन इंडिया। द कल्चर ऑफ फिटनेस इज ओनली नॉट देयर। The moment we shift our culture, beginning from birth to abhi, people in India start getting fit, look after what they're eating, whether they're eating carbs or not, या तो शौक से करते हैं, या फिर एक्टर, या फिर स्पोर्ट एलीट एथलीट बनने के बाद करते हैं। So that's a huge age gap. Your muscle memory does not know agility. Your muscle memory does not know endurance. And suddenly you're pushing it to that. So that's a huge problem. सिर्फ एक स्पोर्ट, पांच स्पोर्ट, इसका बात ही नहीं है।
Hmm.
लास्ट 5-6 कमेंट्स लेंगे फिर जाएंगे भाई। कल्पतरु चक्रवर्ती, आई विल मिस अलीजा हिली इन क्रिकेट ফিল্ড বাট নাও এনজয় হার কমেন্ট্রি ইন ফক্স ক্রিয়েট, কি অসাধারণ ম্যাচ অ্যানালিসিস করেন, অ্যাশেজে জাস্ট মুগ্ধ হয়ে
Ah.
অ্যানালিসিস গুলো শুনছিলাম। ট্রু, very entertaining, and I love the way he speaks, you know, she's brilliant. um Pearl F31Q9M, Trishadi, is Jemima the only batter in India who can play different kind of shots? No, no.
No, no.
But others somehow have forgotten how to execute that.
Hmm.
Anjali, when Healy scored 100, he goes to 150. When Indian batters get to 100, they only play big shots and get out. I think it's the same. In Indian batters reach 50, they get out. They reach 100, they get out. They do not continue. They don't make it big. How many scores have you seen? Yes, there is a Harman 171. Somebody scoring a 138. You know, something like that. Jam Roy. Sorry, I am Roy. sorry. I am Roy. It's a good wake up call for India. Sure.
Yes.
Indian, I am Roy. If you had written this comment once, we would have taken it. We take all the comments. 10 बार मत लिखो. Relax. Indian women team need to come up with more backup options. We need to more under 19 and India A players to be groomed. That is why there are a number of players which Snehashish and I were discussing. We wanted to see
Hmm.
in you know, in the India A squad, which
Hmm.
probably you know
Hmm.
those players weren't there. But I'm sure in the coming years we will definitely see a pipeline of good talent, because you can only be a continuous world champion team if when somebody misses
Bench
out,
strength.
there is somebody ready to, you know, fill in the boots.
Yeah.
Okay, last two comments. Anjali, why Jemmy did not bowl today? अभी क्या ही पता. But one thing is sure, I don't think the team is looking to give her the ball. That's for sure. We have not seen her bowl in any of the matches. So clearly. Pooja Sehgal, really admire your passion. Thank you so much. What is your perspective on Jemmy wicket? Felt she got out prematurely. Yeah. I thought she threw her wicket away. You know, she was playing so well that she could have stayed, played long, got 100, and
Hmm.
and could have taken the team much closer to, you know, the game.
Hmm.
That's it. Ashish, done.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tushadi. Thank you everyone for joining in. So yeah, unfortunate ending to the ODI series for India women, 3-0 whitewash. But now we'll move our focus to that one of test match. Let's see what happens there. But as of now, India men are fighting hard. 109 for 3 in 12.2 overs. Let's see what happens there. So yeah. Thank you guys. Let's meet in the next live session. Till then, take care and enjoy. Thank you. Good night.